Hey there, comic book fans. I'm back from the comic shop this week with 7 new comics, plus these 2 extra, which I got for a friend of mine. No freebies this week. Didn't have comic shop news. The Battle for World Dominion begins. Bane Conquest, issue number 6. I think he's a fan of the Nolan art, so he's been picking this one up for him when he asked me to. And this is the Charlton Arrow, which is, I think, mostly public domain stuff, and it looks like E-Man, Joe Staton, in First Comics owns it. But I know Mort Todd. Let's see if he's accredited here. Color by Mort Todd. Mort Todd, tribute to, who is the editor-in-chief of Charlton Arrow here. Used to work in the 90s at Marvel and ran the Marvel music line. I know he's been working on this Charlton stuff. Just sort of a revival of Charlton. I think, like I said, I think it's public domain Charlton characters. And either Mort or a friend of his bought a whole bunch of Charlton stats and things years and years ago. I don't know. Guess he's a Charlton fan, and they had the stats of the original artwork up for sale, and he bought a lot of stuff, and he's been coloring over the years and printing some of that and showing it every now and then. But this is all new work. All new, E-Man and Nova, the Charlton Arrow. So I got this for a friend of mine, so I didn't get a copy myself. It's an $8 book. Who's in it? Paul Kupperberg and Mike Collins, Roger McKenzie and Stephen Butler, and Nick Cuddy and Joe Staton. There's a couple of things. And we got the new issue of Walking Dead this week, 172, Hilltop Reborn. I guess this is going to be about the Hilltop. That's the kid from The Walking Dead. Wow, it's fun. It was only a month ago. There was all that hype around it. Hype is so funny. It was only a month ago, 171, that there was hype all over this book. The Pink Princess, new character, special pink signature edition. 172 comes out the next issue, and nobody cares. Just another issue of The Walking Dead to ignore, except for us fans who get them all. No hype, no nothing, no double secret pink edition, signature edition. It's amazing how hype works. One month, everybody in the world wants that issue. Next month, nobody cares. Here we go with Usagi Jimbo, the Body in the Library. Part 2 of 2. We got a murder mystery with Usagi, Professor Ishida, and I forget the woman's name. She's a thief, who of course is accused of the crime, as they try to find out who really did. Oh wow, what a nice panel. Stan Sakai draws dead guys amazingly. And when they die at the time, he has little skulls rising up. Little skull and crossbones rising up. Nice, she's in jail. What's her name? Do we shout her name anywhere? Oh, there's a little girl who's her partner. I'm just a big fan of Usagi. Like the story, like the art. You can always jump onto Usagi anywhere. It's a 2-part story here. They got done in ones. They got trade paperbacks. They got hardcovers. It's good stuff. And next we have Stray Bullets, Sunshine and Roses, number 28. Man, it's been chugging along now regularly. Last 2 issues we had, who was it, Kreitzschmeiler and Beth's mom. Looks like we're back to Orton here. Or Derek, as he's known on the run, his fake name. Last issue was just crazy with Kretschmeier going to his old hometown, and he didn't know the last time he was in his hometown, he killed his mother and his father and stepmother. And he didn't know. They all knew he did it. So there was guns awaiting for him when they discovered he was there, and shootouts and giant trucks running through town. And Stray Bullets is just such a fun, crazy crime book. Grab it. Any issue you want, another one you can jump right on. Paper Girls, number 16. I'm not going to tell you can jump right on this one, because I don't even know what's going on in this book sometimes. But, hey, if I read every issue and don't always know what's going on, I guess you can pick up any issue. Looks like our Paper Girls got flung into the future. Who would have ever guessed this would turn into a weird sci-fi time-traveling paper girly in store. They haven't delivered any papers since the first issue, so I don't know if they're still paper girls. But Cliff Chang art, Brian K. Vaughan writing. It's a fun story. This is one I didn't expect to like, but I've stuck with it for 16 issues and have enjoyed all of them. Something with this mall being the nexus of the future and the past. Some of them were in the past, some in the future. I couldn't even describe to you this weird sci-fi story, but cool robot, huh? As long as you got a cool robot, what more do you need? Now let's move on to Motor Girl number 9. Crazy cover is this. Motor Girl riding her imaginary gorilla friend with all the aliens trying to grab her. Interesting. I like the cover. Lots of there's more action on this than is normal on a Terry Moore cover. Once again, I'm a Terry Moore fan, so I'm on board with all this stuff. He's so good at the the Milton Caniff school of cartoon realism, where things can look realistic and cartoony. Often everything is drawn cartoony, but the faces are drawn cartoony, but everything else is kind of realistic. That's the Milton Caniff school of cartoon realism. But another Motor Girl. Terry Moore also did Rachel Rising, as you can see. That's horror. This is slice of life comedy. I don't know what you'd call this, fantasy comedy. But like I said, I'm down with this one. I'm down with this next series, so I enjoy it thoroughly and look forward to reading it. Next, we have Manifest Destiny, issue number 31. There's the ghost. This is a ghost of a Spanish explorer who died, who's haunting, which one is he haunting? Meriwether Lewis. So they just had this big winter event, December 1804, Wednesday, 5th. Well, the winter's barely started, and they had this big event when they started their camp, where this mist came in and created all sorts of ghosts that has attacked them, and all the ghosts left, except our Spanish friend is still here. That was kind of the reveal at the end of last issue. All the other ghosts are gone, but this guy right here, he wasn't with them. He's a ghost all on his own, haunting Meriwether Lewis. So this has been a fun. Like I said, the last story arc, they've been hunkered down for winter for, and they built a fort, and it looks like they're going to be hunkered down for a while, unless they skip ahead in time, because it's only the beginning of December in this book, and it's technically winter yet, till the 21st, so they got a long winter to go through. Anything on the back? Just an ad. But yeah, 31 issues of Manifest Destiny. Wow, it's just chugging along. Another skybound book, just chugging along. Good stuff. And we'll end with Hillbilly, issue number 8, by Eric Powell. Who else is with him here? Simone DeMeo and Warren Montgomery. Nice cover there. Very illustrative of our Hillbilly with his devil's meat cleaver. Each of these has kind of been a done-in-one, but he's kind of on a wandering journey, so he gets stories of his past and his present, and they're so well done. They're just, if you want to learn how to construct a story, read Hillbilly, because he gives you a beginning, a middle, and an end, all in one issue, with reason to stick around. And the world he's creating is just so rich and full of characters, talking animals and demons and monsters and witches, and it's just such a rich world, and it's fun to read a story about it each week. And like I said, it's amazing how much he can do with one issue. It's what comics, used to be able to do. Now it takes 6 issues to do it. But thing on the back, Spook House ad. But I can't praise Hillbilly enough. I've enjoyed each issue. I think I remember 3 being my favorite, but I've enjoyed each issue as it's come out. I don't even remember now that there's 8 of them. Well, I've read 7. But great book. Pick it up. And we're going to end with a little something different this week, because my background art isn't my own. This is my on Sunday. I was in Manhattan at the Society of Illustrators. They had a memorial tribute to one Flo Steinberg, fabulous Flo. who was known in the 60s as Stan Lee's Gal Friday secretary, whatever she was. I think there was only a 4-person operation then when she was there. And I knew her in the 90s up until today as she was a proofreader at Marvel. She came back in like 1990 to Marvel as a proofreader and has been there almost to today. I think they still called her in for some freelance stuff. There's her in December 1994, a photo I took. And there's her Wikipedia picture from 1975. And I made these cards for the memorial. I just handed them out. I think I made 63 of them and handed out about 52 of them just to, everybody at the memorial. And here are her, if you ever want to read a interview with her, this is comic book artist number 18. Let's see, what year is this? It's here somewhere. February 2002. That she never liked talking about the past much, but she gave this one big interview back in 2002. Though I think I just read there might be another interview with her coming out, and she was also. This is where I first heard of her. What if number 11? What if the original Marvel bullpen had become the Fantastic Four? Stan, even my fireballs won't stop that monster. Keep trying, Saul. Come on, Jack, Flo. So we have Saul Brodsky, the production manager, as the Human Torch. Stan Lee as Mr. Fantastic. The Thing as Jack Kirby as the Thing, and Flo was the Invisible Woman. So this is actually where I first heard of Flo in my comic reading days back in, when is this, 1978, so I was 12. So, she died this summer. I forget when, a couple months ago. They had a memorial for her, October 1st. So I figured I'd make a little memorial for her, too, here. And let you all know who she was, because she was a very nice person. All right. You guys all have a good week out there.